Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Wendy Adams and thank you for coming to my channel. I'm an independent paparazzi premiere director and today we are looking at fun Facebook games that can increase your viewers on your Facebook Lives and have your viewers all having a rip-roaring good time. So we've talked a lot about, in this series, we've talked a lot about a various amount of different games. So we've talked Deal or No Deal, Jeopardy, Card Sharks, Blingo, and a few others. I am going to talk to you today about one of my favorite things to do in my free time. My husband and I love to play Texas Hold'em. So I've got a couple different, there's a lot of different ways you can play this, but I'm going to tell you the way that I'm planning on using in my live videos. Okay, so with my company, we have, and I'm sure you have things that you need to stay in compliance. So in our company, you, and I think it's a federal right, I think it's a federal requirement also, in that there has to be no purchase necessary to win a product, right? So that's where these fun games come into play. Doesn't necessarily have to be buy a piece and you get to play a game, or spend X number of dollars and you get to spend or play a game. So Texas Hold'em, in my opinion, can be a real fun game that you can play and not have anybody expecting that they have to make a purchase or pay you something to play it. So how you're going to do Texas Hold'em, for those of you familiar with Texas Hold'em, you know that normally there is a board of 5 cards in the middle. You have your flop, your river, or your flop, your turn, and your river card. And then your players have 2 cards, okay? So you could do, for example, they get a card when they attend your video, they attend your game, or your live. They get a card when they share. They get a maybe they get a card when they do purchase. You know, they get extra cards every time they purchase a product from you. All right. So you, once they get to 5, you could stop it there, and then they've got a full 5, right? You could just have them doing, okay, attending and sharing the video, and you get your 2 cards. All right. Then throughout the night, now everybody's getting their 2 cards for attending and sharing the live. Make sure you verify the shares. They got their 2 cards, and then you create the flop. Like maybe throughout your live, you're going to go, okay, you guys, it's time for the flop. And you bring up 3 cards. All right. You can start talking about your hands. Like, all right, you guys, how, you know, has anybody got a hand that's looking good? Anybody, you know, got a flush draw, you know? Anybody got a straight draw? Well, that's not a straight draw, but you know what I'm saying? You know, see what's flopped up. Who's got a straight draw? Who's got a pair? And get comments going in that Facebook group or in your Facebook feed, because again, those algorithms from Facebook are going to, you know, be great. So you want them talking about what they're getting. And then at the end of the night, basically, the best hand wins a prize. Okay, whatever prize you decide to use. Now, the other thing, and my husband kind of had this idea, is have several ways that they can earn a piece or a card. For this, you might need several decks. You might have to reshuffle the decks that you are using, and some people may have the same suits, you know, the same exact card, right? So to do this, okay, they attend the party. They attend your live event, they get a card. They share the video, they get a card. Every piece they purchase, they get a card. Maybe they buy 3 pieces, 3 products from your company. Okay, so now they've already got 5 cards, but then maybe they book a party. Oh, they're going to get 2 free cards for booking a party, right? Maybe they ask you a question. Maybe you're doing a Q&A section and you want them to ask you questions about your business. Maybe you're going to give them 3 cards. All right, so now they've got 3 cards. Maybe they shared again. They shared your video a second time, so you gave them another card. Maybe they tagged their friends and their friends showed up and bought a piece, you know, so that at the end of the night, now they've got a stack full of cards. And again, they're virtual cards. So what you want to kind of do is, as you give a card, make sure you're jotting down the cards that you're giving that person that's assigned. You know, have a notepad next to you and say Susie Q has the 5 of clubs, the 2 of hearts, the 7 of diamonds, the jack of diamonds, the 8 of spades, the 2 of clubs, the 9 of clubs, the king of diamonds, king of hearts, 10 of spades, ace of diamonds, and then the 9 of diamonds, right? So they get all these cards, and we're trying to find the best hand. So we look through all these cards, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack. So they've got a 7, an 8, a 9, a 10, and a jack, right? So they made a straight. So their hand is actually their best hand. They don't have a flush. Let me see. They might, oh, they do. They do. They got a king high flush. King, jack, 7, 9. Oh, no, ace high flush, right? So they've got an ace high flush. Oh, that's pretty good. Do they got a full house? I don't see 3 of a kind anywhere. 9, 9, 8. No, but they've got an ace high flush. All right. So theirs is a pretty good hand. But, you know, some people might only have 4 or 5 cards to deal with, but maybe they've got, with their 4 or 5 cards, they might have something, maybe a higher flush that would beat them, you know, and you decide how you want to play the game. If, you know, if you don't know poker, of course, it probably won't work because you got to know the hand, you know, the game. But you figure out exactly who gets the biggest hand, and the biggest hand gets a prize, whatever that is. Maybe you do the top 3 hands, and 3 people will get a prize. The other way you can do it is kind of like, it's not Texas Hold'em at that point. It's more of a like 5-card draw. Is give them 5 different ways that they can get a 5-card hand, right? So now they've got this hand. They can choose then. It'll be kind of like 5-card draw. And maybe you want to do it where they can keep drawing, okay? So they get their 5 cards. Now they can say, what do I want to do? I want to trade in some cards and get some more, right? Fine. So they've already got a pair of 6s here. All right, so maybe they're going for that. And they're going to say, okay, I want to trade in 3 cards, okay? Well, to get 3 more cards, they got to do 3 more things, right? So it could increase your sales, could increase your shares, could increase the number of new people that you have in. Maybe they invited a couple more friends, so you gave them another card and another card, okay? And then, you know, maybe they bought a piece. They bought another piece, so now they've got 3 more cards. Oh, they still don't have a really good hand, so they need to trade them in again. So they want to trade in 3 more cards throughout the night. They pick again. Oh, there's 3 of a kind. There's a 5. And there is a 3. So, you know, maybe they're good with that. Maybe they're good with that. Now, if they want to, maybe now they've got 3 of a kind. They need to get a pair. Maybe now they're only going to trade in 2. So then they want to draw again, and they do something else. Whatever's in your list of things that they can do to get a card. How are they going to get a card? All right, so they traded it in, and they still got the 3 of a kind, right? That's how it's going to work. They can continue trading all night long for the end until the end of your life, and then still the best card wins. To do all these trade-ins, you may want to limit the number of times they can trade in cards. You may want to limit the number of cards they can trade in at one time. And you may want to have an assistant close by to track it all. Because if you're trying to show jewelry or your product while you are trying to keep track of cards, it can get a little crazy. But there's a couple casino-style table games. You might also tell them they get to earn up to 3 cards. Up to 3 cards is all they get to earn. Now, you give them, and then you play blackjack, you know, so it's kind of like a casino night. You could have a casino night. So they get a blackjack right there. They got 21 points, right? So they win. They get a 21. They automatically win, right? Otherwise, the next person gets these 3 cards. Well, we don't like a joker. They've got these 3 points. They've got 19, okay? Well, if somebody got 21, they automatically win, right? So then maybe you have an auto, anybody that gets a 21 wins, anybody that gets the next highest, like 20s, 19s, maybe get something. So this person might win something. You know, this person, oh, this person busted. This person busted, so those 3 cards are bad. This person, 10, 13, well, you know what? They might want to get hit again, right? Now they're up to 18. So just fun little games, casino table games. How do you like that? So I'm going to call this one actually I will call it casino table games instead of Texas Hold'em, but great fun ways to use cards and have your viewers or your shoppers or whatever you want to call them that come to your lives have a little bit of fun, get in the groove, get in that, help your algorithms in Facebook go up, help the likes, shares, and all of that go up because you're getting them cards to play Blackjack 21 or any of them. You could do 3-card poker, the best 3-card hand. All right, so I'm a casino junkie, so I'm loving that game, right? So I hope this was helpful. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about how it works, put them in the comments below. And if you try this or have tried this, please share your comments below so I can see how it worked for you. Or if you have any variations of how you can make this, maybe tweak it a little bit more. Thank you and have a good day, and we'll see you for the next game.